They say every land carries its laws, written not in ink but in blood, stone, and memory. And in this village, hidden between river and forest, tradition ruled above all else. The people lived by the word of the elders, gray-haired, heavy-voiced men who claimed to speak for the ancestors themselves. Their decrees were not questioned. Their judgments were final. To disobey them was to summon curses older than the earth. But sometimes, the heart dares to rebel. In that village lived a young woman, known for her beauty, her kindness, and her spirit. She had been promised since birth to a warrior, wealthy, powerful, and chosen by the elders. Her future had already been carved out, stone upon stone. But her heart did not belong to him. It belonged to another. A young hunter's son, poor, but brave. His eyes carried the fire of freedom, and his laughter made the world brighter. When he looked at her, she did not see chains. She saw the promise of a life beyond tradition. They met in secret beneath the ancient tree that towered over the fields. Fireflies lit their whispers. Every glance was dangerous. Every touch was forbidden. Yet, in their hearts, they swore, "Our love is stronger than the laws of men." But rumors travel faster than footsteps. The elders soon learned of the secret. And under the pale moon, they gathered in the village square, staffs striking the ground like thunder. The eldest, his voice cracked like stone, spoke. "The girl will marry the warrior before the next harvest. If she resists, the wrath of the ancestors will fall upon this land." The villagers bowed their heads in fear. The decree had been spoken. But the young woman's eyes burned with tears and with defiance. The night of the new moon arrived. The village drums beat to honor the spirits. But the lovers had made their choice. Hand in hand, they ran into the forest. The air grew heavy. The shadows lengthened. And though they thought themselves free, the drums followed them, echoing from tree to tree, beating louder, chasing their steps. Whispers rose in the branches above. The ancestors themselves seemed to watch. When the elders found the couple, standing beneath the old tree, the lovers did not bow their heads. They stood tall, refusing to let go of one another. And the young woman cried out with a voice that split the night. "The gods gave us hearts to love. If they wished us to be slaves to tradition, they would have carved us from stone." Her words struck like lightning. Her voice shook the earth. The skies opened. Thunder rolled like drums of war. The river swelled and poured into the land, flooding fields and drowning paths. Lightning struck the ancient tree, splitting it into flame. The villagers screamed. The elders cried, "You have doomed us all." But within the roar of the storm, another sound was heard. The voices of lovers long gone, carried in the wind. The voices of all who had once defied. The young man and woman knelt together, refusing to part, even as the ground split and the storm swallowed them whole. By dawn, the storm was gone. The land was quiet. The lovers had vanished. Some whispered that the river had claimed them. Others believed the ancestors had transformed them into two great birds, forever circling above the village, defiant even in death. But from that day on, no decree silenced the whispers of the young. Whenever love was forbidden, their story was told. A warning. A promise. A fire that could not be extinguished. And so, when the wind howls at night, and two shadows cross the sky, the villagers remember. It is not the sound of birds. It is not the voice of the storm. It is the cry of two hearts that dare to defy. Two voices bound forever. Two lovers who prove that even the gods cannot chain the human heart.